because it's cost him in a couple of other world events, is either going out too early or getting a lead and continuing to try and go for holds instead of being smart with his hands.
Hancock for the United States will be in the red. SZOKE, Hungary in the blue as we are underway at 97 kilos. Both of these wrestlers looking for their first appearance in the World Championships. Also in a position to win their first world medals as well. It's a big match for the United States. Hancock carrying a lot of the pressure of the country to try to get something started with Greco-Roman.
You know, it's been probably 6 or 7 years for the United States before they've put together a good world team in Greco-Roman. They have excellent coaches, they have excellent training. They just haven't been able to get over that hump. A lot of people say it's because of American folk style, that upper body and Greco is just not a priority. They train well. They're trained by some of the best ever. However, they just haven't been able to get those medals and into the next rounds.
Hancock hoping to change all of that. SZOKE jumps into the quick headlock, but Hancock able to clear it out. And we'll have our first whistle and passivity the call. Give Hancock the point. He'll have a chance to go top position.
Did this in his first round today in a tight bout. He was able to get ahead 5-0 and get some scores to the top. His gut wrench is tight and it's fantastic. He goes high gut right there around the chin. We're gonna see him try to lift and slide it lower around the waist here as he moves side to side looking for more points.
Into the stand-up, and he will get the points. SZOKE goes flying. Hancock makes the most of parterre. 3-0 lead. He's able to get the 2, and that will be it. So a good start, like we're used to seeing from Giangelo Hancock.
Beautiful job by getting his lock around the waist and then sliding the hips of SZOKE up to his body and rolling through with the gut wrench. Really textbook pop of the hips on that gut wrench by Giangelo Hancock.
Hancock's had a ton of success at the Pan Ams. He was the gold medalist last year, also a silver medal in 2019, took bronze in 2017.
You hear Coach Matt Lindeland of the United States in the corner talking about smart attacks. Giangelo, be smart with your attacks.
SZOKE still trying to find some offense. Again, clears away from Hancock. 30 seconds, period 1. The United States with a 3-0 lead.
Getting into that hand fight position. And it's like in water polo, what you don't see under the water is where the match really occurs. In between, in that hand fight, in between the two chests, that is where the power and the real fight comes from here in Greco-Roman.
Final few moments of the opening period, and the 3 minutes to start belong to Giangelo Hancock in a 3-0 lead as the two wrestlers report to their corners.
So there's Herbert House and Matt Lindeland of the United States talking to Hancock about his next moves moving here into the second period. I'm sure that the Hungarians are expecting that if there's not a lot of action, they'll get their chance on top with a 1-point passivity. And, you know, it's not always reciprocal. There's not always reciprocity with the points. However, the referees are typically going to give that if we don't see higher points.
Referee has sent SZOKE back into the corner twice. You got to be completely dry. So he will wipe off a second time. SZOKE very close to his brother Mark, who is a celebrity back in Hungary. Mark, a motocross racer, has won the Hungarian national title multiple times. That is SZOKE's role model here in the second period.
That's a risky sport, right? So SZOKE probably knows all about risk and taking it here in Greco-Roman as he gets double underhooks on Hancock.
Hancock Hancock able to clear out the left arm of SZOKE. It's a real first threat we've seen from Hungary in the match, where he was able to get to his tie-up. A lot of hand fighting now from Hancock, trying to keep him at bay.
Seeing the referee, and there's the passivity confirmed and awarded. He's going to put him down and look to go gut wrench here, or look to pop hips.
So a good job by SZOKE coming out in the second period, initiating the action. SZOKE waits, and an explosive start underneath by Hancock. Boy, you could not have timed the whistle any better for Giangelo Hancock. SZOKE gets back to the gut though.
And the referee called for 2 red, 1 blue, but it was not confirmed. But really smart, he jammed his elbow back so that SZOKE couldn't go gut wrench. He came up hard to his feet. He went to turn in, and Hancock tried to knock him over, and I think it's a good challenge at that point to at least go back and check the video to make sure it's the right call. Let's see if Hancock broke 90 degrees here. If he did, it would be feet to back. Close, very close to breaking 90 degrees. We'll see what the referees at the jury of appeals says.
There is the review panel, completely separate from the 3-person officiating crew that conducts the match. Challenge loss by Hungary, so the U.S. will tack on another point. 4-1 advantage for Hancock, still lots of time.
And we've talked about it, the jury of appeals does a great job of verbalizing and being transparent about what they're seeing, telling the crowd, so that there's just not that moment of non-clarity. They know exactly why the call was made, and a 4-1 lead for Hancock. At this point, you hear Coach Lindland saying, staying in the fight, don't back away, because they could put him back down if he's not active. Now in the second passivity call, if you do go down, they don't give a point. And so really there's no loss except for the fact that you can get launched pretty quickly right like that.
Out of bounds, they go thundering, and the referee thinking about it, he signals 1. And it is confirmed. So just the point on the step out. Hancock dodging a couple of bullets in this second period.
And depending where you go in the world, it could be continuous action, and Hancock was very close to going to his back there for 4. And they're gonna put the passivity again.
They're gonna hit him for passivity. Now, there's no point, but still SZOKE has the choice, and he's gonna go right back to parterre. So Hancock getting into position. One of the more critical moments of his career as we hit the 1-minute mark.
Hancock gonna look to find the hips of the Hungarian. Gonna look to drive his hips down to the mat, but a nice lift.
And SZOKE is gonna get the 2 to tie it up. And he has the criteria. Still has the gut, squeezing tight. And that will be it for the parterre. But now Hancock needs offense.
Beautiful gut wrench as he lifted Hancock's hip off the mat, drove his knee underneath and popped his hips. And he has 2 two-point moves. Hancock has a 2 and 2 one-point moves. Last point scored also to SZOKE.
SZOKE looks over at the clock. Hancock trying to drive forward. He has led virtually the entire match. Give SZOKE Alex a lot of credit. His resiliency, taking advantage of the second passivity call. Hancock nearly had him on the step out. One last push from Hancock comes up just inches short, and Hungary's young 21-year-old is into the finals. SZOKE Alex.
We've seen that match a lot today from countries around the world, a lead is never too many unless it's that 8-point technical superiority, because big points can be scored late.